Ellis have done tons of different characters, but it's interesting that sometimes, like Crocodile and Salvador, their characters are actually, the voice that I do is very similar, you know, because one has a bit of an accent, obviously, so that's very difficult. I couldn't jump back and forth because I'll get confused in my head. So I'm just trying to make an excuse to buy some time so we can all just, you know. But do you all ever have that? I mean, do you run across where you're doing voices that are similar and you feel like you slip from one character that you did in a show and you're slipping into another? You know what I mean? It's like,
I had an experience like that when we were recording the second season of Black Butler, in which I had to do sort of the British, they call it British all the time around I was on it. And I had to slip out of that accent into the French accent, to Italia, in the same day. And those are two accents that do not get along. And I was in the booth, and it was for like maybe an hour's worth of work for France for that particular contract. So they were only having me in that day, and they weren't going to be able to get me in again until the contract was due. So we're going to do it now. And I'd just been voicing Sebastian for like 5 hours. So I was very much in this voice, and I had to come in suddenly, and I couldn't do France anymore. And I'm like, oh, what's happening? What's happening? Why isn't it coming out? I don't understand. That's not French at all. And Scott Sager, the director for that batch, was kind of like, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Oh my God, you've been doing this for 2 years. Why can't you do the French accent? Oh my God, we can't have you back. Why? I don't know. It's Bastille. So, but there just happened to be a blue Snuggie that somebody had left in the booth. I know, like 5 people, like, oh my God, I know the Snuggie story. YouTube stalkers. There's a blue Snuggie that someone had left in the booth just to wear because they got cold, and it was just that wonderful kind of royal blue. And I don't know why, but I thought, you know, Scott, I'm gonna put on this Snuggie. I don't know why, I'm getting kind of a Frosty the Snowman Magic Top Hat vibe from that Snuggie, and plus it looks ridiculous. I'm gonna see what it looks like on me. And so I put on this Snuggie, which is an absurd thing. Like Snuggies are like really lazy robes. You feel like, I feel like a kid that's put a coat on incorrectly. Look, mommy, I got myself. So I suddenly put on this blue fabric thing, and suddenly the accent just came out. I'm like, oh, there's the accent! I just had to put something blue on. Oh. And it was great because the scene that they were recording just happened to be one where Francis, you know, traipsing about in something that looked remarkably like a dress. And so I was totally getting into it and like swirling around in the booth, and Scott, they killed him. He thought it was funny. And thereafter, every time I recorded Friends, I was made to wear the damn blue snuggie. And it's still in Funimation waiting for me. This is Tatum's blue snuggie for France, but he has to have it there. And yeah, so yes, I've had it. It's hard to go without a blue snuggie. I need to get a travel version of that. A travel snuggie. I guess I'll put the question. You there, child.
My question is for Daru. If you're traveling to the future and you have to pick 2 ladies, which 2 ladies do you pick?
He's thought about this.
Why take 2 ladies when you can take 2 flash drives full of heroin? I can take 2 ladies, but I really wouldn't know what to say to them. I know how to click. Oh, I know how to click. And I gotta go see a man about a unicorn. Stephanie Seymour. Yeah. Shows my age. And a clone of Stephanie Seymour, probably. In case the first one, fell apart. They're prone to do that. I think.
Someone in the back has black on their hand. Not the glove, they have like black paint that flip your hand around. Yeah, you're the one.
This is a question for Crocodile. How would you feel living in a place that never stopped raining?
How do I feel like living in a place what?
That never stopped raining.
It's like living in Seattle! It sucks! With the fuzzy arm.
I have a question for France and Holy Roll. Could you explain Italia to people who have never heard it before, according to what the fandom thinks?
Well, show where people think that we do it all the time. Naked, sweaty, we do it all the time. Little bodies intertwined, hot passion in the night. We love it. Are you ready?
I really should let you go last from now on. It is a difficult show to describe because it is so manic and so full of energy, but basically it is like all the countries in the world have a personality, and there's drama, like sort of high school level drama, and but there's a lot of implied pairings. So at the end, my nickname for the show is Pangea. Let's see. I see you. We're making eye contact. I think you've got the flat sleeve. Get you.
Okay, this is a question for Daru and Oaktree. Can you guys sing the chicken tender song together?
Yes.
When you're on a chicken bender, grab a box of chicken tenders. Ba-ba-ba-ga!
Because Patrick Seitz is responsible for that lovely, lovely song, and when I was at the premiere of the dub in Baltimore a year ago, that scene came up. Of course, everything was hitting, everyone was loving it. It was just a great audience, and I was texting Patrick, who sadly couldn't be there, but he was like, "Oh, you have to tell me how it goes. Oh my God, you have to tell me," because that show is his baby. And I texted him, "Oh my God, they're loving it. The audience is so into it. Everything is hitting, every line, everyone's laughing, everyone's crying." And when they got to the Chicken Tender song, which he was like, "I just came up with that on some crazy NyQuil fueled night. And I was like, what am I gonna do with those flaps?" And then, boom, you're on a chicken bender. So that came up, and everyone like ovated it. They were laughing and standing and applauding because they thought that little moment was so ridiculously funny. And so I texted him with the news, and I'm like, all caps, "I love it!" And Patrick's like, "I have a feeling. All the things I've done in my life, all the things, this will endure." So that's the chicken tender song. Let's see, you here in front of me.
You're disturbing my sleep here. Sorry, okay, I'm good now.
In Toad's voice, do you think you could tell Mario that his princess is in the castle?
You know, it's a long time since I've done this. If you thought the sleeping was tough, this is even more difficult. Well, what was the question?
Sorry, Mario, your princess is in the castle.
You want me just to repeat that? Sorry, Mario. The princess is in another castle with these guys.